What's going on, y'all? This is Randall Branch. Welcome back to the channel. I'm excited for this video, y'all. Now, you guys know I like to ramble. All right. Well, if you're new to the channel, you don't know. But if you're a Randall Branch subscriber, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, but if you're already subscribed, you know sometimes I ramble. But I want to be careful with rambling in this video specifically because there's so many sub videos I'm gonna make off of this, right? But like, specifically, I want to tell you guys, and I think a lot of dudes get caught up with this because this is a self-development channel. And yeah, we have some women on this, but we're mostly men on this channel, right? We're getting our bodies right. We're getting our business right, or our occupation, or our careers. We're getting our mindset right. We're in college, whatever we're doing. We're looking to pursue, right? Pursue excellence in these different domains, right? Health and wealth, right? But relationships, a lot of us neglect. And again, I want to be careful because there's so many sub videos I'm gonna make off of this. I'm gonna really get into my bag. But a lot of us, we neglect relationships and we stop dating, right? Now this is something that I've done and it was a mistake, right? Now for a point of time I did need to stop dating because I was just sleeping around way too much. And I shouldn't have been sleeping around like that. I was doing way too much, right? And I needed that time back. But I had taken so much time off of dating and interacting with women that once I really got, and I recently really just got back into like dating and hanging out with some chicks and stuff like that. And I've noticed like I'm just not as, it's not the same no more. And it's like I'm not as sharp anymore. I'm not, my banter isn't the same anymore. And that happens, guys, right? And here's the thing. Again, I need to be careful, guys. I didn't script this video, but a lot of you guys will say that you're taking time off of dating women, but you guys have never dated women. And that's the biggest thing with you guys who do that. Now, and again, I'm not on no cocky shit, but I'm gonna keep it a book. I wasn't on that. Like I've dated women. I was dating women. I was just dating women too much. I was doing too much. I needed to invest more time into fixing my body, right? Really, really when I got into like my weight loss bag like 2 years ago when because I was still dating women when I was 250 pounds. Like I was fat and I was still dating women. I never really had a struggle with that. Obviously things are better now that I'm in shape, but you know, once I really lost the weight and then I really got on YouTube and I start focusing more on my business, I started neglecting relationships. And there were some positives in that because I stopped sleeping around and stopped being so lustful. But there's a lot of negatives with that. Like I said, I'm getting back in the field and I'm getting my toes wet again. And I noticed a difference. Like, yeah, I'm still cool, but it's just not the same. Like I'm a little rusty. Right. And that's what happens for a lot of us who have been dating and we're like, okay, I'm gonna focus on these other areas. I think is good. Again, Napoleon Hill talked about health, wealth, relationships, which I believe are the three pillars of life. Always keep your health and wealth on point, obviously, but stop neglecting relationships. Like, stop saying that you don't have time for dating. Stop saying that like you're not going to date or whatever because you're not putting yourself in a good predicament when you get back into the field. And I'm not. I'll tell you guys right now. I know some of you guys, some of the fellas that watch me also watch guys who are like, "Oh, dating is cooked. We hate women. Men go their own way." If that's what you're on, I'm not the channel for you. I love women, bro. Like, I'm not on no like dating is cooked. Leave women alone. Don't talk to women. Focus on like everything but women. I'm not on that, bro. And like low key, by me not talking to women, I was kind of getting on that. Like I was noticing myself kind of, yeah, I'm focusing more on my business and my health and I'm in my bag with that, but like I'm getting away from like a part of me that I needed. Like I've always been like, I'm not gonna say I was a woman. I'm not no womanizer, but like I've always talked to women, bro. Like that was always my thing. And like it was good to get some time off to focus on controlling my lust, but I'm neglecting a very crucial part of Randall Branch, which is the talking to women, bro. That's a very crucial part of me. It should be part of every man, but not. I feel like not every man has that same spice to like date, but for me personally I do. And it's like I'm neglecting part of my authenticity when I'm not talking to women. Like I can feel it. Like I'm not the same Randall Branch. I don't have that same drive and like that same oomph and that same swagger about me when I'm not dating. I know for some of you guys it's not gonna make sense, but if you are somebody who's like talks to women but you've stopped to focus on other areas, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And like I said, it was good for what it was to help me get my lust in control. But I could have done that after a couple months. I didn't need to take 6, 8 months. I probably took like, I probably went like a year, maybe like 8 to 10 months, maybe even a year without hanging out with a single woman. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that, right? And a lot of us we do that, right? So that's the first part of this. And again, I want to be careful because there's a lot of sub videos I want to make off of this, right? But the essence of this video is that you have time to date regardless of what you have going on. But that's the sub part. That's like the first part of this. Is like, fellas, for y'all who get women, you don't have to totally stop talking to women just to lock in and be focused. Like, bro, talk to women, bro. A lot of dudes out here couldn't talk to women even if they wanted to. So like it really is. I'm not gonna say it's a privilege, but it is. If you have the ability to talk to women, bro, I'm not even gonna say be grateful, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, take advantage of that because these motherfuckers out here can't. Like, you feel me, right? So that's one section. The second section is you guys who literally struggle with women, who don't get women, who try to cope and say you don't have time for women. But even if you did have time, you know damn well you wouldn't have no type of traction out here. So what you're saying is cope. Like, I wasn't coping when I said, "Oh yeah, I'm focusing on this." Like, I was literally focused on that, and I do believe I made some mistakes, which is fine. I'm gonna own up to my mistakes, right? By neglecting relationships as much as I did, but I wasn't coping as if like I couldn't like get women. A lot of you guys who like to say that you guys don't have time for women, you guys, even if you guys did have an abundance of time, you guys wouldn't be able to attract the woman that you want or date in general. Number one. Number two, you guys, and I've seen you guys because I've talked to a few of you guys, and I see you guys commenting on other people's channels that make videos similar to mine. You guys talk about that you guys don't have time for women, but yet you guys have crippling corn addictions, and you guys are subscribed to OnlyFans models, and you guys have all these lust vices, but yet you don't have time for women. That's stupid. If you have time to get on OnlyFans, if you have time to be doing shit that you know is not good for your mental and your physical health like that, because that shit is detrimental, right? I've personally never struggled with like corn and like shit like that, but like I know what it does. I've seen guys who struggled with that, and that shit is not good. You guys know that's not good. But you guys would do shit like that, and then you guys would flip it on his head and say, "Yeah, but we don't have time for women." You definitely do have time for women. If you have time for artificial interactions, you have time for real interactions. Okay, so like I feel like motherfuckers on both sides is coping. Like, I was coping. Well, I don't have time for women. Bro, get your lust in control and get back in the game, bro. Like, we're not. I'm not finna be one of these dudes. I'm telling you guys, and again, I'm gonna be careful because I'm not scripting this. I'm just going off the head, but there's so many subtopics I want to get into, so I'm being careful with everything that I talk about in this video. But on both sides, there's cope. On my side of a dude who actually attracts women and talks to women, there was cope because I couldn't control my lust, and I was using that as a shield to just not talk to women completely. When all I had to do was just control my lust and then talk to women, bro. Like, it's obviously still prioritize the things I need to prioritize, but like, no, Randall, like you shouldn't have taken a year off of talking to women. Wasn't necessary, right? Because you get back in the field, you're rusty, and it's just not the same, guys. And like, being rusty is a real thing. Just like if you took a year off the gym, or if I took a year off of making YouTube videos, or if we take a year off of whatever your current occupation is, whatever it may be, take a year off of college, whatever you do, when you get back into that field, you're gonna be rusty, right? And something like dealing with women is something where you really don't want to be rusty. I mean, honestly, anything that's important within health, wealth, and relationships, you want to keep that momentum that you have, right? Again, I had bad momentum, sleeping around too much, but all I had to do was just chop that momentum off. Maybe a couple months, right? Maybe I could have even like still talked to women, but just not invited them over to my apartment, right? I could have did like more like walking dates or like more shit out in public, which would allow me to. I mean, technically that wouldn't that wouldn't stop much, but y'all feel me? Like, it could have been something to where that might not have stopped much at that time, right? But it could have been a little bit better than, okay, I could just do that instead of inviting chicks over, instead of hopping on a dating app or on Snapchat at 11 p.m. at night. Let me just fix my program. And that's another, see, I'm gonna talk about that program. That's gonna be a different video though. Let me just fix my program to where I'm controlling my lust. I'm not out here sleeping around with all these women, but I'm still dealing with women so that I'm not taking time off of dating, because dating is important, guys. again, if you're somebody who believes that dating isn't important, if you believe all women are cooked, if you believe all women are evil, get off my channel, bro. I love women, and the fellas who are on my channel, I'm gonna help you guys get the women that you guys want in your life, right? Attract beautiful women, right? Be the best version of yourself, but I'm not gonna help you cope. And I will come on here like I did and admit when I make mistakes, and I want to stop you guys from making those same mistakes. So do not take time off of dating. Again, couple weeks, max couple months. If you're a dude who gets women, might be okay. If you really need to prioritize health or wealth, again, you don't take time off for your health, time off for your wealth, or time off for your relationships. You just reorganize things depending on what you need to prioritize. So for me, again, I think even Napoleon Hill, like the way like the slogan goes is health, wealth, relationships. For me, that's the three that always has to be in that order. You prioritize your health first, then your wealth, then your relationships. But I noticed, and a lot of you guys do the same thing. You guys just knock off relationships and just talk and just focus on health and wealth. And some of you guys don't even focus on health and wealth, right? Which is just terrible. But focus on all three, right? If you need to invest a little bit more time or energy into one, then do so. Some of you guys, see, and this is where I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Some of you guys need to invest way more time into relationships because you guys struggle with women, right? You don't have, again, you don't have the leeway that, oh, I'm gonna take time off of relationships. I'm gonna not talk to women, bro. You're already behind the eight ball, right? Some of you guys, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but this is stuff that I'm seeing. 26, 27, 28, and I've been on like 2, 3 dates or whatever. Like you need to, no, don't tell me that you need to prioritize all these things and that you don't have time for dating. You need to stop coping and you need to get into the field and get your feet wet, because you must prioritize and you must invest into all three of these things. The equivalent of men who are about their self-development, who talk about how they don't have time for relationships, and I was thinking about this earlier today because I knew I was going to make this video. That's damn near like you're going to be like an old cat lady. You know how like the old saying of like that cat lady who's hella bitter with men, so she's going to be lonely and shit. A lot of dudes are going to be like cat ladies, like, but on the other side, like that's the analogy, right? You don't have time for dating, all women are bad, bro. You're just gonna have a nice physique and some money, but you're not gonna talk to women like that. That shit doesn't make sense, bro. I don't know. And the reason why like I'm making faces like that is because some of you guys generally don't even like. There's dudes who generally don't even like women anymore, and I just can't. I can't fathom that. Like when I was taking time off of dating, bro, especially when I like the first few months, that shit was hard, and eventually I got kind of used to it, but it was always like, damn, bro, I miss like, having that feminine company around me. And again, that's another bag I'm gonna get into. You want that when you don't have as a man, when you don't have that feminine companionship around you, you won't be the best man that you can be. But the flip side to that is that too much of that will also make you feminine, right? There's like a balance as a man where you need the a good amount of feminine energy around you because it really helps you be firm in your masculine and work out harder and pursue like your business harder and train like it just helps you like it motivates you when you're talking to attractive and beautiful women. Like you understand that all the work that you're putting in within health and wealth, I'm not going to say is for this, but these are like the fruits of your labor, right? When you're talking to these attractive women. But at the same time, if you just, and I noticed when I was hanging out with 2, 3 different chicks a night, 10 different chicks a week, right? Just out of control. I was too feminine because I was around women way too much. So there's a balance. And that's another video I'm going to make. I can get into so much bag that these motherfuckers on YouTube cannot get into because they do not talk to women, y'all. These motherfuckers that give you guys these dating advice. It's only a few. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna shout out one. Shout out to Cole Condition. Because I know a few of my subscribers. I know you guys are subscribed to him. Because I see what's it called? I can see like my viewership and I see the crossover. And I know some of you guys subscribe to Cole. I don't agree with everything he says, but that's fine. I agree with most of the things that he says. And that's a brother who actually talks to women, who has actually been in the field, and he gives great dating advice. And the reason why I want to shout him out specifically, and again, he like there's things that I disagree with him, but I do agree with a lot. Like I know he talks about like being out here. I'm not gonna be sleeping around like that. Like even getting back into the field. But one thing that he drives home to men is that you have time for dating. Stop telling yourself. And I was watching some of his videos, and truthfully, his videos are more centered towards men who cope by saying that they don't have time for dating when they just can't get women. But even as somebody who can get women, who was still using that same excuse that I don't have time for dating, I felt that. I was like, bro, I can't use that as an excuse. So shout out to Cold Condition, bro. That's a guy, right? That's one of the few guys on YouTube who actually get women. And that's what I was gonna segue into. Like, I can really get into my back and talk about so much shit. And there's a lot of guys on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok who make dating videos and shit, and they can't get into their bag because they're really not out here in the field. That's one dude who's actually, like, his dating advice is solid, and it's because he has a good amount of experience, right? And all this shit that I'm talking about, this however long video this is all about getting that experience. Because when you don't date women, when you neglect women, when you neglect relationships, you have no experience. And when you have no experience, you have no knowledge, right? The reason why I have so much knowledge about women and about dating and about fitness and mindset and everything that I do is because of my experience, right? Taking a year off of dating has cost me experience. I'm a young dude. I'm 23. I'm attractive. Like, I'm healthy. I should be out here talking to beautiful women, bro. Again, shout out to Cold Condition because he did open my eyes to the fact that I needed to tighten up and get back in the field, right? And just do so in a more wise way, even though he does his own thing. Again, I don't agree with everything he says, but shout out to him because I do agree with most of what he says. But it really opened my eyes when he was saying to just making sure that you're not neglecting relationships. All three categories, health, wealth, and relationships, are all important, and that you could just prioritize each one depending on where you're at in your life, right? Where I'm at in my life is health, wealth, relationships. I believe, honestly, that's where everybody should prioritize things. But, like, shoot, if you're a guy and if you're 25 and you've never, like, dudes be like, oh yeah, I'm 27, I've never talked to a woman. Relationships might be a little bit higher on there, bro. Like, it might be above wealth. I think health always has to be number one, but wealth and relationships, they might be able to be interchangeable depending on what you got going on. But for me, I know I can't just do health wealth. I have to do health wealth relationships, and I don't want you guys to be like one of these dudes um, who is about their fitness and about their health and about all these things. But oh yeah, dating is cooked. I'm just not going to talk to women, bro. Fuck all that. And again, it's regardless of whether you get women or don't. It's both cool. So we're not doing that on this channel. This is, I don't want to say I'm being vulnerable, but this is just me being honest with you guys because this is where I'm at mentally. Like, I've made some mistakes, and I want to come on here and help you guys not make those same mistakes. So I don't know how long this video is, but I believe this was a good video. Again, there's different videos I want to make off of this video. So I haven't really got into everything, but I could really get into some deep bag. I could get into some bag with you guys. So let me know if you guys are fucking with this type of content. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. I post daily. If you guys do want to book a strategy call with me, anything about mindset, fitness, relationships, dating, women, anything that you guys need help with, you can book a strategy call. First link in the description. You can also join my coaching, get a personalized training program, a personalized nutrition program, or access any of my ebooks or programs or my clothing line. All that will be in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stop saying that you don't have time for dating because you do have time. If you don't have time, you need to make time. Relationships are important. This is Randall Branch Media. Checking out, y'all. Peace.